Marriage after 50 years now, that's where the wisdom and comedy really shines. If anyone knows a thing or two about love and laughter, it's the couples who've been through it all and can still find reasons to chuckle together. Here are 60 hilarious sayings from old men about marriage that'll have you laughing until you cry. Let's get into these classic gems. Marriage is just texting each other. Do we need anything from the store? Until one of you dies. After 50 years of marriage, I take out the trash just to remind myself what freedom smells like. I told my wife the truth about seeing a psychiatrist. She said she was seeing one too, plus 2 plumbers and a bartender. Marriage starts with 2 hearts and a diamond but ends with a club and a spade. For our 50th anniversary, my wife wanted a divorce. I said I wasn't planning on spending that much. Marriage is when 2 become 1 except during arguments. Then, it's every man for himself. We promised never to argue in bed, so we argue in the kitchen now. Marriage is like dancing. Sometimes you step on each other's toes, but you keep moving to the rhythm. Behind every great man is a woman rolling her eyes. I married Miss Right. I just didn't know her first name was Always. At this age, we don't argue. We just glare at each other over dinner and keep chewing. My wife and I vowed never to go to bed angry. We haven't slept since 1975. If I agreed with my wife, we'd both be wrong. I told my wife she was drawing her eyebrows too high. She looked surprised. Marriage is a workshop where the husband works and the wife shops. I thank my wife for standing beside me unless we're arguing, then she's right in front of me. Marriage has no guarantees. If you want one, live with a car battery. My wife's cooking is so bad, we pray after eating. I haven't spoken to my wife in years. I didn't want to interrupt her. Marriage is where a man loses his bachelor's degree and a woman earns her master's. We were happy for 20 years, then we renewed our vows. After 50 years of marriage, you learn what annoys your partner and keep doing it for fun. Marriage is like a crossword puzzle. One wrong move and you spend a lifetime fixing it. I thought I was indecisive, but now I'm not so sure. Then my wife decided for me. If my wife says, "I'll think about it," she's already decided. A man is incomplete until he's married, then he's really finished. Marriage is finding someone special to annoy for the rest of your life. Being married means always sharing your secrets, whether you want to or not. We've been together so long, we finish each other's sentences, usually with, "What did you say?" A good marriage is when both people think they got the better deal. I never knew happiness until I got married, then it was too late. Marriage means commitment. So does insanity. My wife said she wanted to go somewhere she hadn't been in years. I said, try the kitchen. Marriage is sleeping in a room too warm while your spouse is freezing in the same room. The secret to a happy marriage? Selective hearing. After so many years, one look from my wife is all it takes to know I'm in trouble. Marriage is sharing a couch with someone who makes silence less lonely. If love is blind, marriage is an eye-opener. My wife always gets the last word. Anything I say starts a new argument. We married early to have more time to disagree. Marriage is yelling, "What?" at each other from different rooms. I thought I'd be my wife's knight in shining armor. Turns out, she just wanted a handyman. The best way to remember your anniversary is to forget it once. Marriage means memorizing things you swore you'd never say. My wife told me to stop impersonating a flamingo. I had to put my foot down. Marriage goes from "my darling" to "are you done with the remote?" She always gets her way. I call it a silent partnership. The first 50 years of marriage are the hardest. Marriage is like a walk in the park, Jurassic Park. My wife remembers my mistakes from 6 years ago in detail, but forgets why she walked into a room. I asked if I was the only one. She said yes, the only one dumb enough to ask that question. Marriage is figuring out how much you can get away with and how often. After 50 years, I learned my wife never forgets what I did wrong. In arguments, my wife doesn't get mad. She gets historical. In our marriage, I make the big decisions, like sending rovers to Mars. She handles small things, like where we live. When I said I do, I didn't realize it meant saying I'm sorry forever. We've been together so long, I know her answer before I finish my question. Marriage is like a pair of shoes, one steps on the other, but they're useless apart. We've grown old together, and now we even grumble in harmony. Marriage is agreeing to grow old together, just not to agree on how to do it. If these sayings brought you some laughs, don't forget to hit that like button, share a favorite quote in the comments, and subscribe for more humor and wisdom.